guys, hey there, minasan konnichiwa, my name is Lisa and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reacting to Burning Girl Senpai episode 2. Yeah, the first episode was already very interesting. Like, it was very different from my expectations. It was a lot more supernatural, a lot more mysterious. It is not just romance, which I kind of expected. So there was a lot more behind it. I'm already very much liking the characters we've been introduced so far, and I'm very curious to see how the story is gonna continue. So yeah, I've not so much to say, so without further ado, let's just hop right into the episode. So let's go! Alright, I'm ready, so I'm gonna start the episode in 3, 2, 1, go. Right, adolescent syndrome. Alright. We're doing a scientific experiment. Okay, I was wondering where they were getting at, but yeah, that was interesting. That's the theory that she was explaining in a previous episode as well. I don't know what she called it, like the existence theory or something like that. So basically, like, something's existence is only confirmed when someone else observes it. And I think that's a very, very interesting theory. And we see that in Mai's case, that she only exists basically if someone else, in this case Sakta mainly, really sees her. Because she has moments in which she's basically just invisible for the other person. Which can be very frustrating at times, you know? Imagine going to a cafe, trying to order coffee, but the waitress doesn't notice you. And also the thing about the little sister, that was also very interesting. I think her name was Kaede? She's so cute. But she also experienced something like the adolescent syndrome, right? May 20th. So they don't see the carrot either. Yeah, just an experiment. Aww. Wow. I don't know when Sakta is like being sarcastic and when he's being serious. It's so funny. Okay.
たちまだ喧嘩中でしょ。
あれは舞さんが素直じゃないから。演技の仕事はしたいなら続ければいいのに。
余計な口を挟まないで。何も知らないくせに。
Photo book. Oh. Oh, really? Is that it?
うるさいな。私だっていっぱい悩んで決めたの。まだ中学生だったのよ。な
Yeah.
のにスタジオに入ったら水着がいきなり用意されてて、もう契約したからって言われて。
Oh my gosh. Oh, she actually did it. Oh my gosh. So her mom was the manager. I'm totally behind Mai in this case. Like, oh, I'm definitely gonna talk about this after the episode because, wow.
やりたいなら我慢なんてしなければいい。やればいい。舞さんだって本当は分かってるはずだ。
Was it that reporter he talked to? Alright, so he got to hear it from the reporter.
Baka, 家まで取材のカメラが来るわよ。待ち伏せされて囲まれて、妹さんも嫌な思いをするかもしれないのよ。
That's true. She's going straight into action, you know? Just contacting the reporter right away.
彼の胸の傷の写真、テレビに出すのをやめていただきたいんです。代わりにあるスクープを私が提供します。
Oh.
舞さん。
That's a deal upon a deal. Yeah, that's a possible reason, you know?
今夜はそれを伝えるために来たの。もちろんお腹が空いてたってのもあるけど。
So they were neighbors? No, I don't think so. I think Sakta actually gave her the push, you know, to go back into showbiz. Yahoo! Please share your Yahoo!
男はあらゆる事態に備えておくべきなんだ。
What is he expecting to happen?
かロリコン変質者だ。だから違うって。その子は迷子。僕は一緒に母親を探そうとしてただけだ。
Oh, he's such a tease.
いいから蹴って。これでおあいこでしょ。
いや、おあいこって。分かったよ。
Oh no! Oh my god, the timing.
そうだ、私約束が。
やば、遅刻だ。じゃあな。
So she already went home? Oh no, there she is.
舞さんは遅刻してきた男をけなげに待っているような可愛げのある女じゃない。さては偽物だな。
遅刻の理由は分かったけど、本当にそれだけ？
それだけです。
もし嘘だったら鼻でポッキー食べてもらうから。
What?
一本？
一箱。
Is it even possible?
ねえ、サクタはどうして私に構うの？
え？
真面目に答えなさい。私におせっかいを焼くのはどうして？
美人の先輩とお近づきになれるチャンスだから張り切っているんです。
誰が本音を赤裸々に語れと言ったの？
真面目にって言ったのないさ。困ってるのに誰にも頼れないのはしんどいからですよ。
Right. Really?
でも一人だけいたんですよ。
What kind of mom is that? Just abandoning your children because you cannot handle their drama?
だから僕も舞さんにとってその人のようになれたら。
Is it a flashback?
私は牧之原翔子です。
Shoko.
牧之原サービスエリアの牧之原に大空をかける子の翔子。少年の名前は？
I really thought that was Maya. I mean, she looked so similar. I think it's actually Mai. It's just a different
僕は確かに
name.
牧之原翔子って人と出会ってその人の存在に救われたんです。
今でも彼女のことが好き？
すげえ好きでした。
Aww. Who's
来
that?
たみたい。
誰ですか？
Her mom?
マネージャーって舞さんのお母さん？
Right. Well, she's gonna do this in the middle of a date. Oh, let's see how this is gonna go. What? Maybe she couldn't see her.
あなたなの？私をこんなところに呼び出したのは。誰？何の用？
She couldn't see her.
誰よそれ？
誰ってあんたの娘でしょ。
何言ってるの？私に娘なんていないわ。
Whoa, she completely forgot about her existence. Oh, no sender name.
そんなバカなことがあるか。母親なのになんで娘を忘れられるんだ。
もういい。
Yeah.
まだ話は終わってない。
お願いもうやめて。変ないたずらはやめなさい。これ以上は付き合ってられないわ。
Wow, that must be shocking for Mai. Just seeing how your mom doesn't recognize you. Yeah, just her whole existence.
桜島舞を知らないんですか。
知らないわ。誰よ。
じゃあ写真の件は。
あれは出せないって約束でしょ。覚えてるわよ。
約束って誰と。
作田君とに決まってるじゃない。
Yeah.
舞さん行こう。
行くってどこへ？確かめてどうするの？作田以外には見えなくて忘れられてることが分かって何になるのよ。
少なくともその間ずっと僕がそばにいられる。
It's a crazy date though. I have never seen a date like this.
返したくないって言うならデートの続きしてあげる。 ねえ作田、
何ですか。
私のこと見えてる？
見えてますよ。
声聞こえてる？
バッチリと。
私のこと覚えてる？
桜島舞。
私握っていいなんて言ってない。
僕は握りたい。
仕方ないわね。今だけ特別。
Aww. That's cute. He keeps like confirming that Mai still exists, you know? They're sharing on a hotel room?
大丈夫です。僕はシャワーの音だけでご飯3杯はいけるんで。
He's teasing her again.
その代わり一人で変なこと始めないでよ。
変なこと。
バカ、知らない。
He's definitely crushing on her. 100%. Huh? Wait, he remembers her? Oh. Just to the students at school. Okay, so Futaba, this girl, also recognizes her. Too bad. He's saying he'll never forget it, but I don't know. Still wondering whether that's possible, eating a pocky through your nose. I know it is possible with like noodles and stuff, even though that's super gross. It is technically possible. Wait, what? Oh. Is that already the end of the episode? Oh. This is the first time we got to see the ending. And hear it as well. Alright, so that was episode 2 of Bunny Girl Senpai, and yeah, I don't know really what to think of this show so far. I think it's very interesting. I think the overall vibe of the show is very mature. Even if I look at the main characters, Sakta and Mai, I wouldn't think that they're just high school students, you know. They behave a lot more mature in some ways, I think. Like, it would make more sense, I guess, if this whole story played out in our college setting. You know what I mean? I don't know if it makes sense, but just this whole vibe is so mature. Also, the way Sakta handles every situation, the way he's like interacting with Mai and other characters. You wouldn't think that he's just a high school student. It doesn't really, I don't know, there's just this little disconnect in one way, the way I see it. But I do really like how Sakta and Mai interact with each other. Like, they keep messing with each other the entire time, but they always keep this very straight face. And like I mentioned before, you never know when Sakta is like sarcastic, when he's being serious. And it's just very funny. I do think that it is true that he really has a crush on Mai, that he feels very lucky to be able to interact with her this way, that he gets to know her a lot better. And I do think that he really tries to help Mai overcome this entire situation because, you know, he feels very close to it as well. Also because of what he has been through with his sister, you know? So, like, he already had a connection with the adolescent syndrome. And now that he met someone else who has the same problem, he just wants to help her out that way. At some point he also said, like, it's hard when you have no one to rely on. And I think he was referring back to the situation of when his sister was experiencing the adolescent syndrome, or, you know, the thing with the bullying, the thing with the cuts and the scar, you know, they got abandoned by their parents because of that. That's crazy, right? Like, their mom, I don't know about the dad, she couldn't handle the situation apparently, so that's why they are now living separately. That's crazy. Like, what kind of parent is that? Like, when your child is in trouble, even if they're like in a very unexplainable situation, you just need to be there for them, at least as a support, you know, at least giving like mental support or something like that. You know, not just let them handle everything on their own. I say Kaede was super lucky to have Sakta as her brother, to be there for her in that situation. Otherwise, her trauma would have been way worse. She already has a lot of like emotional damage because of what happened, you know? Like, she has been through that situation at a very young age. Like I explained in the previous episode, it can have such a impact on your mental state for such a long time, even in the future. And if Sakta wasn't there for her, I think it could have been way, way worse. But yet, just because Sakta has been through that already with his sister and knows that it is hard when you don't have anything else to rely on, that's why he's also willing to help Mai out so much in this situation. Also because he's just very interested in her as a person as well, you know? We know, like, it's super clear that Sakta has a crush on Mai. Even if he's kind of like joking about it, he just really wants to get closer to her. He's also like very flirty with her. It's just a combination of both of these things, you know? But I do like that Sakta is really like proactive in trying to find out the truth, trying to experiment in a way, like just trying out a lot of different things just to see to what extent Mai's existence is gone, basically. So through trying out different things, also moving to a town further away, you know, he's just learning more and more. And we discover that actually the people at their school still remembers her, even though the people outside of school, like every person on the street, even her mom, doesn't recognize her anymore. And that is crazy. Just imagine being there, standing right in front of your mom, and she doesn't see you. She doesn't even know that you exist. That's crazy. That's super crazy. And yeah, I really want to talk about Mai's backstory as well. Like the reason why she quit show business. That was mind blowing. Like, just because she was popular, she was still in middle school. So I believe, like, age wise, she was between 12 and 15, I think, something like that. And just being forced to have a photo shoot in your bikini. It also really depends on the setting and the context behind it, because I think a lot of people would say, like, what's so bad about being photographed in a bikini, you know, especially, you know, from a Western point of view, it doesn't really matter that much, maybe. But when you really look at it from an Asian perspective, being photographed in a bikini like that, it carries a whole different meaning. They really do that for the wrong purposes, you know. It's really for the fan service, basically, you know, all these mostly male adults purchasing these magazines to view all these little girls in a kind of like sexual way, basically. So just the whole meaning behind it, it's crazy. And Mai knows that. Like, she knows what these pictures are being used for. It's not just a fun bikini photo on the beach, and she has to get into all these positions to accentuate her curves and stuff. It's just very over sexualizing, and it's just shocking because she's just a girl from middle school, you know. So when Mai said that she didn't want to do it, I was like, yes, you really should step up for yourself. So that's why it was even more shocking that her mom, who is also her manager, was the one who actually just signed the contract without discussing it with Mai, and just kind of forced Mai to do it for the money and stuff. So that's just crazy. I'm so behind Mai in this case. It's just crazy. Like, it's still happening so much, and I personally think it's wrong. Like, you shouldn't force little girls to do that kind of stuff, you know, especially when you think of what these photos are being used for, you know. And like I said, it's still happening so much, especially like in the idols, talent industries. So yeah, I was really behind my decisions and opinion in that, and I think she handled very well. And that's also the reason why she quit showbiz, and kind of to get revenge on her mom for doing that. But that's where she was kind of being dishonest with herself, because she didn't want to quit. She just didn't want to do that photo shoot. So she might have gone a little bit too far with the revenge thing, and she also decided to go back to showbiz, but then with a different agency. And I think she also decided to do that thanks to Sakta, who was like giving her the little push in the back, you know. But then we had the whole thing happening with her mom not being able to recognize her and stuff, and that was still very shocking to Mai, you know, and I can totally imagine why. But yeah, so that was episode 2 of Bunny Girl Senpai, and yeah, this show is just so fascinating. I'm very excited to see how it's gonna continue. I'm just curious because Sakta keeps on saying that he will never forget, but that kind of, you know, foreshadows for what is to come, and I'm like quite nervous about it. But we'll see what's gonna happen. I'm definitely very excited. But yeah, guys, that was my reaction to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. So if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you can see my other reaction videos, please check out my channel and subscribe. And if you cannot wait to see my reaction to the next episode, you can already find all my patrons. So if you're interested, please go check it out. You can find the link in the description box below. So in any case, thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.